Hey guys, what's going on? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to y'all about your roller wheel and why it's important to clean it. So let's turn the robot over and turn it off. You have one roller wheel here, one roller wheel here, one here, and one here. These wheels help guide it and let it pivot without falling down. And so like, if you're going over a surface, it helps it guide over without scraping. And this back one helps it turn. So you're going to get a flat head, and you're going to pry up on each side very gently. It'll click right out. You have this inner piece, and then you're just going to insert it into the slit again and push it down. Now, the reason you want to do this is because these get clogged up with hair, dirt, debris, just like anything else. Here's some hair on this one. And over time, if it gets thick enough, it will actually wear these down and make it where your robot won't move. Come on, get in the hole. Those ones can be a little bit of a pain to get in. And these ones can be a pain to get out. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so this one had quite a bit of hair on it. Go ahead and remove that hair, inspect it for wear, and pop it back in. Now, in this video, I will be talking about other parts, just so y'all have the terminology right. So, these are roller wheels. These are your drive wheels. It's your main brush. The reason we call it a main brush is because on other robots, you have side brushes. So to keep terminology kind of linear, we're going to do a main brush. So you have a main brush motor. You have your skirt, which is the thing that stands up against the wall and then it gets the dust. You have your back drive wheel. On other robots, it's going to be on the front. It's called a front drive wheel or a front pivot wheel. So this is a back pivot or back drive wheel. This is the rubber of the tire. This is the motor housing. Inside, in the back, you have a motor. You have your battery cover, battery. You have your brush roller cover. You have your little skirt right here. This is your brush roller. This is your brush roller coupling. And that's pretty much it. Oh, you have your brush roller cap, which you also want to take off just to make sure it's clean. You have your vacuum vent. And I'm just going over the terminology so you know if you ever have to order parts. This terminology is not like universal. Everyone kind of talks about the parts different, but this is how I sell parts and how I identify parts. So here we have our mapping camera. Here we have our dustbin. Here we have our push button. Below here is a spring. Here's a filter and filter housing. You have your control set, you have your top plate, your front bottom bumper, your front top bumper. Most robots have a single bumper. You have your charging pads, you have a charger obviously, which is off camera. And yeah, that's pretty much it. These are vents for the exhaust. And then you have sensors all throughout here, which we'll get into when we tear into this robot. But I wanted to just go over how to clean those those roller wheels and a little bit of terminology in case you're ever ordering parts. Now, some people will get really technical and call it by the schematics if they can find them, or they'll call them by like the motherboard. Instead of calling it a motherboard, they'll say a PCB board, which isn't wrong depending on what part it is, or they'll call a camera a LiDAR system, which in this case, this is not a LiDAR. So it just depends on what kind of robot it is and what people are saying. And then you have people that are going to be like, robot vacuum. They won't even say what brand, what model, anything. So that's the terminology that I use when working on these robots, and that's the terminology on how I sell them. It's dummy proof. It's, oh, that's a dustbin. Ooh, that's a camera. Ooh, top bumper, bottom bumper, sensors behind there, push button, left, right. So anytime we talk about a wheel also, or any part, whether it's right or left. So the robot is behind me, in front of me. It's facing forward. indicated by the arrow. So when you're looking at it and it's driving in front of you, this is your right side, this is your left side. So when you flip it over, this is your right side, this is your left side. That's how it is. So if you say, hey, I need a left wheel, this is a right wheel. This is a left wheel. But whenever you flip it over normal, that is your right wheel and your left wheel. So just so y'all get that straight, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you want more videos on how to tear this bad boy apart, go ahead and subscribe because I got plenty of videos coming.